Alrighty, motherfuckers and scumbags. What's up? Peter Gilmore here for a late Saturday night video. And you know what that means. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Oh, baby! 9. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button. In my pants. It's in my fucking pants. Down in the description box below on this channel and my other 4 channels, which are down in the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap, slap, and bitch slap that bell. Treat it like it's your bitch. Male or female, or she-male, who knows. Whatever your preference is, that's your business. But hit the bell, turn on all notifications so you never miss a fucking video. And if you do, well, that's your problem. You miss it, you miss it. And that's all I gotta say about that. So hit the bell, subscribe, like the video. Hey, leave a comment or two. Why not? Come in the chat. Don't act like an asshole, but, you know. But it is what it is. Last video I had a pretty, decent turnout, Had a nice little chat with a subscriber of mine named Mohammed. I don't even know if that was his actual name, but, we talked some wrestling. That's good. Like to mingle with the crowd here and there. But if you're going to come in and act like an asshole, bye-bye, so long, farewell, go suck a dick. And that's pretty much it. And if this is your first time watching, you're just floating around YouTube, you see my gorgeous, sexy face. Of course, I'm better looking than half the people on this fucking website, but I digress. Your first time watching, and if you like the content, hit the subscribe button, and welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoyed the ride. It's just bumpy, it's very evil, very scary. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, if you like the content, you're new, hit that subscribe button, show my other channels your love and support as well, tell your friends, and have them subscribe. And that's pretty much it. And, as always, sit back, grab a cold one, in this case, good old-fashioned Pepsi. Because you know what that means. When you drink Pepsi, guys, you make the girls go, oh, shit! It's given. It's a proven fact. And when you drink Pepsi, you make the girls wild. That's all I got to say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like the wise man Paul Heyman would say, it's Saturday night. It's the final weekend of February already. Jeez. I told you February was going to come and go. And this Wednesday, we'll be in the beautiful month of March. We'll be talking about St. Patrick's Day. And we're only 7 weeks away to Easter already. 7 weeks to Easter and my vacation. Yeah, I've been going away for Easter, thank the Lord. Because I need a vacation. And pretty much it. So we got all that. A bag of chips. So winter's going bye-bye pretty soon. Spring, hopefully, we'll start pretty warm, hopefully, here in the Northeast and wherever you may be. I heard it snowed in California today. In Southern California, all the way down to around L.A. And L.A. never gets snow. This wacky world we live in, places that you never thought would get snow. Yeah, Florida gets snow too sometimes. Not Southern Florida, South like Miami, you'll never see snow. Unless it's a snow machine. But yeah, places you never thought would get snow. And California, well, usually Northern California gets snow, but never around LA or San Francisco or even all the way down to San Diego. Wacky world we live in. I just gotta say that, but thankfully, nothing here in the Northeast. We're supposed to snow a little bit today, but really didn't. It was just cold as balls. Right now it's 31 degrees. Tomorrow's supposed to be 51. And then later this week's going to be 60. And then next weekend, down the drain. This bipolar fucking winter. I really wanted to end already. Just won't. Just hanging on by a thread. Old man winter. That old bastard. But we move on. And that's that. Anyways, I hope you're having a great weekend, everybody. I hope you had a great Saturday, wherever you may be. It was a special day today in the world, and today was for some teams, the very first day of spring training baseball. Yes. So we had the New York Mets play today. They had a split squad today. They started at 1 p.m. against the Astros. Wasn't such a good day because it was basically the rookies playing. In the first game, they lost 4-2, and the only bright spot was Brett Beatty going 2 for 2 with a home run. Other than that, nothing. And that's that. And then the second game, because I had a split squad today at 6 o'clock, they play the Miami Marlins, who they play in the season opener, but that's in Miami. Further down instead of Port St. Lucie, which is around Tampa. But the B team, I guess you can call it, came out and kicked some ass. As the Mets won 5-2. So they are, well, if you count stats, 1-1 on the season. Big Pete Alonso with a big stick. 3 for 3. A big 2-1 dick shot. That's what we call homers here in New York. Got that. Vogelback, a couple RBIs. Almonte with a RBI. McNichols. You know, the guy that always hits. Mick hits. You know, picking up right where he left off last season, where he won the batting title. And that's pretty much it. We got new rules this year, which suck. Well, actually, one good rule, they took out the shift. Thank the Lord for that. So, people like Vogelback and everybody that used to play the shift on the Mets, they ain't going to work anymore. Velmo in the hole on second base, it's going to be a hit. And they have the pitch count now, which I think is ridiculous, because, like, when am I watching a minor league game? So they saw that yesterday, and there was already a violation yesterday when the batter is supposed to be ready by 8 seconds, because I think it's like a 15-second pitch count, I think, and the batter's got to be ready in like 7 seconds. I mean, come on now. Get in the box, asshole! So you have to be ready by around 7-8 seconds. If not, you get an automatic strike. That happened yesterday to Manny Machado. Ha! And it's supposed to cut down on the time of the game. So instead of like you get a game that's like 3 hours long, now it's like on average, like last 2 days, the average is about 2.5 hours. That's pretty damn good. I hate the rule, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. Get a short game, you can have like an hour-and-a-half game. It's done. Depending on the pitching and everything, but you know. You can have a Justin Verlander game, and like an hour and 45 minutes later, you're going home. I'm like, wow, that quick. I'd gone to a Brooklyn Cyclones game that lasted 2 hours. I was like, damn. Couldn't even sit down and have a beer. Shit. But yeah, so they had that. And then today, they had 2 games that had violations. One of them ended the game. That's crazy. The batter wasn't ready. And the umpire called the guy out and ended the game. It was tied up, by the way. So, that sucks. To have a game end on a freaking pitch count violation. Sorry, I had to put my TV back on. That's crazy. Imagine that's gonna that's gonna happen in big games during the season. And especially in the playoffs. Oh, imagine a World Series ending on a fucking pitch count violation. That will fucking suck. Now, I'm 50-50 with this pitch count rule. Because I've seen it in the minor leagues the last 2 seasons. So, is it work? I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. But anyway, like I said, the Mets won 5-2 in the second game. Tomorrow, they're back on SNY at 1 p.m. against the Washington Nationals. They got Mad Max Scherzer on the mound tomorrow. Get to watch him. Gonna do some damage. Him and Verlander are gonna do damage this year. Woo-hoo! I hate to be the Phillies and the Marlins. Hey, I even hate to be you fucking skanky fans. You got Nestor Cortez, a bum. Garrett Cole, a bum. Rondon, a bigger bum. And all you got is Judgy Wudge and his steroids. And John Carlos Stanton, that bum. Steroids. I hope both of them get hurt. I really do. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I'm a Met fan, but, I mean, if Stanton really, Judgy Wudgy hits 62 home runs, 65 home runs, and the Yankees don't get anywhere, it's a bust to freaking give him whatever they gave him. 500 million for like 7 years or 10 years, whatever it was. Bust of a contract if he does not if he produces and the Yankees get nowhere. And it is what it is. And other bad news for New York, the Rangers stunk up the joint again today. Oh, the Washington Capitals took a big dump on the Rangers today. Oy, oy, oy. Good thing I turned it off when it was 3-1. I wasn't going to stay around to see maybe another comeback like I had about a week ago, but that 7-game win streak came and went. Now I think they're on a 3-game losing streak. Not at the right time. You want to get in the playoffs and you're kind of, taking the foot off the pedal. Let's go. I know we got 2 months to go, but not worried yet. Not worried. And I don't care if the Boston Bruins are going after the most points and most wins in the league. That don't mean shit. You don't win the Stanley Cup, that don't mean shit. So, if I was the Boston Bruins, you better win the Cup this year, and then you ain't. You ain't winning. But we'll get to that when we get to late April and early May. We're not talking about playoffs. Playoffs? No, we're not talking about playoffs yet. Talking about belching. Oh. But it is what it is. All right. Enough about those kinds of sports. Let's get into an actual real sport, and that is the world of the sport. And it is a sport, not sports entertainment. The sport of professional wrestling. So let's talk about some wrestling. Now, last night we had Impact Wrestling's No Surrender pay-per-view, it is a pay-per-view, not called Premium Live Event. And it was pretty decent. I saw some of the highlights. The Prophecy, come on. We're winners. We never really lose. So the Death Dolls of Tyra Valkyrie and Jessica, with my Demon Assassin, my Demon Bride, Rosemary at ringside, defeated the Hex of Allison Kay and Marty Bell to retain the Women's Tag Team Championships and put another loss in another member of the Prophecy. Well, he's at odds with us, Mr. Father James Mitchell, who I'm going to be meeting in about 2 weeks. So, put another loss in his belt. So, that's nice. Crazy Steve and Trey Miguel had a war. Holy shit. For the X Division Championship in the first ever Monsters Ball match. Oh, they went to war. Bloody, barbaric. They used tacks, tables, a barbed wire table. Craziness. But in the end, Trey Miguel, still your X Division champion. So, Crazy Steve gave it his best shot, and I'm not mad at him. How can I be mad at Crazy Steve? He did a black hole slam into the tacks. Would have been better if it was a Gilmore cutter. And, look who's here. Look who's here. Douchebag. 3 Teeth. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? You ain't gonna go anywhere. Bye-bye. No, you're not. You're not. You're not coming. I don't care. I don't care. You're gonna go to jail, dude. Bye. Speaking of Crazy Steve, there's the actual Crazy Steve with 3 teeth. He's gonna come in with his 6,000 fucking accounts. Big whoop. Big whoop, dude. Big whoop. I'll see in about 7 months. But I digress. Or never, because, you know where you're going to go. Hope you like your orange jumpsuit. But I digress. Anyway, let's not talk about that douchebag and his other douchebag friends. I have no fucking eyes. Alright, let's get into well, what's I getting at? Alright, so we go back to Impact. So we had Crazy Steve, nothing bad to say about that. And, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Also, we had Mickie James retain, again, the Impact Women's Championship, the Knockouts Championship, in a match with Masha Slamovich. Crazy spot in that match where Masha licked Mickie in her face with her tongue, and then she tried to do it again, and Mickie bit her tongue. Oh! Holy shit! We had that, and that was crazy enough. What else we had? We had Josh Alexander and Rick Swann for the world title. Pretty damn good match. Josh Alexander still your Impact World Champion, and now he's going to take on Steve Maclin, who won a gauntlet match. I think it was a gauntlet match or a number 1 contenders match. Blah 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 blah. To win that, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hangjay. He took on Moose in something with dots. What the fuck is this? He retained. Stupid spot in the match where there's a couple of crazy spots where Moose is giving them the finger, and then Joe Hendry takes out a Sega Dreamcast and opens up the lid, making it like a holy fuck you. Blah, 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 blah. And, that was crazy. And then he gets a VR, then he puts a VR headset on Moose, and Moose is like dancing. He's dancing, Dad! He's dancing! Stop it! He's dancing, and, trying to simulate with some girls and everything. And then it goes through, like, I was like, you failed in the NFL. Stupidity that was. Oh, God. Anyway, and then Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer had like a talk, like a busted open type talk show in the middle of the ring, like Dave LaGreca is there, that idiot. And then Bully Ray, being the asshole that he is, threw hot coffee in Tommy Dreamer's face, kind of messing and blinding him a little bit. Beat his ass. And then Tommy Dreamer did an interview, and they're going to have, for the first time ever, I think in Impact, I don't think in wrestling history, they're going to have the first ever busted open match. So basically, what does that mean? You have to bust open your opponent to win, which is basically a first blood match. Why couldn't you just call it a first blood match? You just had to go bust it open because of your stupid podcast. Dummy! Yeah, dummy! So I'm not really looking forward to that. Could care less. Blah, 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 blah. And that's pretty much it for some of the stuff that happened at Impact. At Impact Wrestling. No Surrender. And then going on to whatever their next event is. Probably, I think the next one is Slammiversary or Sacrifice. I don't know. I don't watch Impact. I don't care less. But we move on with that. And that's pretty much it. All right. All right. So that's Impact Wrestling. So tune in Thursday night on Access TVs for the Fallout from No Surrender. And we got all that. The Ring of Honor tapings happened this weekend. Nice. We're gonna see Ring of Honor TV back on ringofhonorwrestling.com on if you have Honor Club this Thursday. I think Thursday night. So that should be fun. I guess now we're gonna finally get some storylines, so we can get up to Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor at the end of March. Don't know if I'm gonna do any reviews for Ring of Honor, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. So we got that. Smackdown did a fast national rating of 2.3. Pretty nice. I don't know what Rampage did. I think Rampage went up, but not much. That's that. Dynamite did over 1 million. I called it. I called that shit. Now, can they stay at 1 million next week? Probably not. Probably not. Probably going to go down next week. And even though they're in San Francisco next week to hype up Revolution next Sunday. We'll see. What happens with all that? Good shit. That's pretty much it. But anyway, we move on. All right, so let's get into Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, because I'm going to kind of do something I haven't done in a while. Do a Raw and SmackDown review, and I will do Rampage tomorrow. So stay tuned to this channel tomorrow sometime, and we'll do Rampage. But for now, it is time right now, and almost 11:45 p.m. on February the 25th, 2023, right here on the Kill Demons channel. Thank you all for watching. My name is Peter Gilmore, your gracious host, the man that everybody fears because I'm the champ, and you're not. And I'm better than you, and you know it. I fear no man. Not even that schmuck. But I digress. Or that schmucks, I should say. That's two schmucks. But it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. Because their little pranks don't work. They're jealous. Anyway. Alright, so let's start off with your Monday Night Raw review from this past Monday, February the 20th, 2023, from the Canadian Tire Center. Do they sell tires in there? I don't know. But anyway, in a pretty damn good place in Canada. That's Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Great city, like Toronto. And Winnipeg. Just fuck Montreal. Because Montreal sucks. And people that live there suck even more. But I digress. So we had, as always, our commentary team of Kevin Patrick Milev and Corey Slave. Alright, this is part one of the fallout from the Elimination Chamber. And it was a pretty decent show on Monday night. And we move on with that. Alright, so we got more matches kind of formulating for WrestleMania 39 in about 5 weeks from now. So we started off with a big, long-ass fuck recap of Sami Zayn and our tribal chief. He's still our chief. He's still the undisputed, undefeated, unified champion of the world. That man is Roman Reigns. Because we the ones. Put your ones up. Because like the prophecy, like the Armada, we're the ones and all those bitches are number twos. That's what they are. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Let me just do something in a second. Okay, never mind. Yeah, give me 1 second. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're back. All right, so we saw the recap of Sami Zayn losing to Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber. Sami came just a little bit short. And then we saw after the match, Kevin Owens came out a little bit too late to save Sami from a possible beatdown from Jimmy and Roman. Jay really didn't really do much because he wasn't there. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, so the show starts with Sami Zayn coming out to kick things off. Fans give him a big, not even microphone, a big ovation in Ontario. He looks to be a sad panda. Aww. So he talks about how everything has been going on for him the last few days, and he couldn't ask for anything more with the fans' response. So the fans continued to chant, "Ole, ole, 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 Frito-Lay, Frito-Lay," blah, blah, blah. Sami talks about feeling guilty for letting the people down by not getting the big win, not that you were going to win anyway. He understands the story's not over, it's entering its final chapter. Maybe not, with the Bloodline storyline, with Roman possibly losing to Cody. I hope not. 900 and... not even getting close to 910 days and counting for Roman. Never going to end. So he says he wants to talk to one person and one person only, and we thought it was Jey Uso. But no, he calls out his former buddy Kevin Owens to the ring, and on cue, Kevin Owens comes out. Sami's not sure what to say. He says, "Thank you, I'm sorry. I know that, we've been at odds in our careers, blah, blah, blah. I know that you want to destroy the bloodline. I want to do that too. You tried to do it on your own. Couldn't do it. I tried to do it on my own. Can't do it. So the only logical choice is to do it together." So Kevin gets on the mic and says, while I was getting beat down at the Royal Rumble, you just sat there and watched. My family was there, blah, blah, blah. So he says, you want my help? Why don't you ask your good friend Jey Uso for help? So, the storyline is going to get there to where Kevin and Sami kind of like, yeah, I think we should team up against the Usos. But, when I get to Smackdown, it gets interesting. I'm loving this Bloodline storyline. I think it's the best storyline in all of professional wrestling, from the Golden Era to the, to the Ruthless Aggression Era, to the Attitude Era, up until that crappy PG era, and that's it. Best thing going today. And I know it's going to end possibly at WrestleMania. I hope not. For the Usos, yeah, probably. But Roman, I hope and pray not. Because I don't think Cody is the guy to beat him. It should have been Sami at Mania. And people are like, oh, why don't you just throw Sami in? Let's cheer him so we can get in like Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. No! It's over. Sami needs to go somewhere else. But they're killing his momentum! Yeah, they're killing his momentum so Cody can get the momentum going for him. But they have no build. He has no build. He hasn't had a one-on-one with Roman yet. And they got 4 weeks left. We're at 4.5 weeks left. When are we going to see Roman and Cody face-to-face with like a week left? I'm like, come on, Hunter. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, we have to trust Hunter. He knows what he's doing. There is an end game to this Bloodline storyline. Yeah, it's going to be at Mania. I hope not. I hope it's going to be at SummerSlam. Because Roman should be 1,000+ day champion. Not 945, not 950. 1,150 days. That's what it should be. And he loses to the Money in the Bank winner. Whoever that might be. Could be Sami. Could be Cody. Hopefully not Cody. Could be Kevin Owens. Could be Solo Sikoa. It could be anybody. Could be Bray Wyatt. It should be Bray Wyatt. That's just my opinion. It should be Bray, but... yeah, it is what it is. That's going to be the main event for night 2. They want night 1 to be... the main event to be Rhea Ripley against Horseface Charlotte Flair. Are you kidding? No. No, you put the Usos against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as the main event. But knowing WWE to put Omos and freaking Brock Lesnar as the main event, that'll suck. That match already sucks on paper. You really think Brock is gonna be a man? It's like, oh, I'm gonna face Omos. No. Not at Mania? You want him to walk out the door again? Because that's where he's gonna go. He's gonna go back to Saskatchewan, bang Sable about 5,000 times, kill some deer, and never come back. The way you disrespected him. Come on. Omos? What? No, that match should not even happen, period. It's stupid. It is very fucking stupid. It should have been really Bray Wyatt against Brock, not Bray Wyatt against Bobby. No. I mean, it'd be a decent match, but I think Brock and Bray could have been pretty damn good, but I don't book WrestleMania. I just do fantasy booking. But Omos and Brock Lesnar at Mania, that's a bathroom break match of the night written all over it. Nobody's going to watch that. And I can bet you the fans are going to hijack that match like they did at WrestleMania 20 when Brock and Goldberg were leaving the company. Poor Stone Cold was in the middle of this. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But anyway, so we got that. So we'll see what happens with that. So Kevin's tells Sammy, you want my help? Why don't you ask Jey Uso for help? And as we saw on Smackdown, which I'll get to later, it gets very interesting. And that's that. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. So after we run down the card for the night, Sammy is still in the arena, and he's going to the back, and then Baron Corbin, fucking boring as fuck Corbin comes out, jumps him from behind, starts beating him down, and then we go to fucking commercial break. I wish I had a book. I don't have a book with me. Damn. I would have bashed my head in with a book, but I don't have it. Don't! You know, who booked that, Kevin Dunn, you idiot? Why would you go to commercial during a beatdown? This didn't happen once. It happened on AEW. It happened. It happened on, I think, on Smackdown. I mean, why are you doing these quick cuts to commercial during a beatdown or something like that? Stupid. Bad fucking production. So anyway, so after we come back from the break, the beatdown stops basically. Corbin's in the ring, and referees and Adam Pearce is, trying to help Sammy up. Sammy's like, I want to kick his fucking ass. So Adam Pearce like, go ahead. He says. So kind of an impromptu first match of the night. Corbin's like, oh, you were a failure. You couldn't beat Roman. It's like, I beat Roman a couple years ago. Big fucking whoop. But you still suck now. You're like a jobber now, Baron Corbin. So we get to this match. Wasn't anything good. Corbin sold it out quick. We go to break again. Sammy comes back, hits a tornado DDT for a near fall. Corbin is on the floor. Sammy busts out the running flippy dibbity-doo for a big crash. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me, my allergies. So we go back in. Corbin clotheslines his way out of trouble. Sets up for deep 6, which never wins a match for a near fall. He hits a running corner clothesline. Tries to go for another one, but Sammy comes right in with a quick hell of a kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is your winner in 9 minutes. Match should not have happened, but I still gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, after that, we get a sit-down interview with Mommy Rhea Ripley and her boy toy, Dominic Guerrero. This is Latino Heat. Look at my son, Mr. Gilmore. Look at my son, Dominic Guerrero. Did you see what he did on Smackdown? Yeah, I know. He held his own against that horse-faced bitch. He did, Eddie. He did. I love his promos. His hair just looks like you. I have the jeans, I say. I got the Latino heat. Okay. So anyway, they're sitting down with Byron Saxton. Ugh. Anyway, Rhea's not focused on Beth fucking Phoenix anymore after what she did to her at Elimination Chamber. Because she's all in on WrestleMania. Dominic then threatens Byron with some prison violence. Byron's gonna get got. Please do it. Byron's garbage. Get him out of here. So she moves on to Charlotte. Rhea knows that Charlotte is obsessed with what happened at WrestleMania 36 3 years ago. I hated that. Because she knows she's in trouble this year. And if Charlotte wants to put Rhea in her place at WrestleMania this year, that's all fine and dandy. Because that place is going to see Rhea as the champ. Then she mentions that she's going to see Charlotte on Smackdown. And Dominic will be there to tag along. And we saw that on Smackdown. Which I'll get to a little bit later. So we had that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Excuse me. All right, then we have Austin Theory, still your United States champion, as he somehow survived that Elimination Chamber match, thanks to Logan fucking Paul. That idiot. Anyway, he's all banged up. He's ready to defend the U.S. title against, hey kids, it's Edge, later on in the main event. Surprisingly, that was the main event. But what bugs him, though, is that John Cena is coming back on March the 6th, and nobody's paying attention to Austin Theory. So he says the forever reign will continue if he beats Edge. So we got that. So Cena's going to come back March 6th to talk some shit to Theory. They're going to announce the match at Mania. Hopefully not for the United States title, because freaking Cena does not need it. So it devalues the United States title. And that's pretty much it. So we got that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to a match I really don't give two shits about. With two people, well, one of them I don't give two shits about, and that's Mustafa Ali taking on Dolph Ziggler in a battle of the jobbers. Really nothing to see. Ziggy plants Ali with a DDT for a near fall. It's also for the famouser. Ali reverses that into a crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3. And Ali's like, oh, I won? I won? Oh my god, I won? For the first time in like 2 years? Yeah, but all the fans are like, who cares? Go back to catering. Take Dolph with you. Two guys who should be fucking released. Get them out of here. Fuck them. So on that match, I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Did not care. Something I do care about. We see the lovely Maurice with her Golden Globes, if you know what I mean. She's smoking hot. She gives her hubby, The Miz, the Jizz, an envelope, a golden envelope, with something inside. He opens it up. He's like, ooh, this makes me very happy. So we're going to find that out this Monday night on Raw, when The Miz is going to host Miz TV WrestleMania Hollywood Edition, whatever that means. But he has to face Seth Rollins a little bit later. Miz ain't worried about that. He's, because Seth's too worried about Logan Paul, who Miz made in the first place. No, that's really Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny made you, well, you kind of made Bad Bunny, but Logan Paul you did not make. Logan Paul made himself at WrestleMania 38, but it is what it is. But anyway, so Miz like, my dreams have come true. Whatever that is, don't care. So give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, here we go to the promo of the night. Once again, Cody Rhodes in the ring to talk to us. Hey, so what do you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about you not saying that every goddamn time you do a fucking promo. Let's just get to the promo and shut up. Moron. Adrenaline in my soul. Cody Rhodes still can't cut a promo. That didn't even rhyme that right. He can't cut a promo to save his life. But anyway, Cody can't. Cody's out for a chat, and then we see the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman on the Tron. He's in a neck brace, selling the beatdown that Kevin Owens gave him. Gave him a stunner right in front of Roman. Anyway, so he cuts him off. Cody says, "Hey, where are you? I'm in the back, dummy. Why don't you get out here right now?" So Heyman's like, nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Too banged up for the Elimination Chamber. He's not going to risk getting hurt even more. He said that the Elimination Chamber should have been a special night. But it's been special, even though it was, because Roman still retained. But it's a rough night for both of them at the end of the night. So Heyman gets right to the point. He tells Cody, you can't beat Roman at WrestleMania. You can't. And you won't. But however, let's do some hypothetical thinking. Let's say Cody does the impossible, wins the belt, and Cody with the wise man by his side. Was that foreshadowing there, Paul? But in any case, what was I? We'll spend 200 days defending the belt, 50 days at various charity events, 30 days promoting the event, and even having meetings at home on Zoom. He said Dustin Rhodes, even when Dusty Rhodes was at home, he wasn't at home. He said, is that what Cody wants to do to his family? So Paul isn't going to say something vile like Roman will keep Cody's wife warm because Roman's a happily married man with 5 kids. He says, I'm not going to do that, but I'm not married. I'm single. I thought you were married there, Paul. But anyway, he says, Cody, if you win, you'll find out that his WrestleMania dream will become your own personal nightmare. So Cody looks like he's about to be really fucking pissed. And he's like, I gotta finish the story! So we get all that. So, that was pretty damn good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, let me just check something real quick. 1 second. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. Alright, we're back. Alright, so anyway, as I step out for a second, just had to check something for a second. We're back. So anyway, where was I? So Cody comes out, blah, 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 says, I gotta finish the story. Will we? I hope not. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, and after that, we get to women's action. We have Crazy Nikki Cross taking on the lovely and vivacious, the evil, demonic Kana Asuka, my first wife, looking hot as always. So about to start, and then Bianca Belair, she plays for the hair, that's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair, the World Women's Champion. Comes out, has a seat, looks on. Pretty much a pretty decent match. Kind of went back and forth. Got a super DDT for a near fall. That looked very dangerous. Anyway, kind of get a big near fall. Asuka then grabs the double armbar and locks it in. Nikki's smiling through the whole thing. You sick bitch. And basically Nikki kind of gave up. She really didn't tap. She just like, ah. So, once again, Kana is your winner. Almost 9.5 minute match. So, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Bianca gets in the ring. They have a stare down. Bianca points to the WrestleMania sign. And then she kind of looks back. Asuka's like, I thought she was going to spit the mist right in the face. And she's like, bleh! She puked. She puked out the blue mist. And Bianca's like, what the fuck? crazy. So, mind games from Kana over to Bianca Belair. So we'll see what happens this Monday night on Raw. From Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yep! And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to Carmella, who sadly lost to Kana in the Elimination Chamber. She's not thinking about her road to WrestleMania, but she's thinking about Asuka. So she's about to make WrestleMania a lot easier for Bianca. Whatever that means. Carmella leaves, and Seth freaking Rollins comes in. Dancing, dead. Yeah. The Joker. He takes issue with Logan Paul messing with his WrestleMania plans. He says that the joke's gonna be on Logan Paul because Pain is coming. Sadly, Logan Paul is not in the arena, so Rollins is gonna take it out on The Miz. So we got all that. So I gave all that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a look back at Brock Lesnar getting disqualified in his match against Bobby Lashley. So we had that. Then we see MVP. He calls Brock a coward, issues a challenge to Brock for WrestleMania on Omos's behalf, and he tells Brock, you got till next week to give me an answer. I'm like, oh, please. Brock ain't gonna answer that fucking shit. Brock is too stupid to answer that fucking crap. I mean, it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. That's it. Anyway. So we get that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright. Then we get to The Miz and Seth Rollins, which isn't anything to write home about. Seth Rollins beats The Miz with not 1, not 2, but 3 stomps after mouthing the words Logan Paul wipes out The Miz. Nice selling, by the way, Miz. And the match ends due to referee stoppage at 11 minutes. So Seth freaking Rollins gets the win. The match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Then we see Adam Pearce giving Carmella her match with Asuka next week, or you're gonna die, bitch. So he gets a phone call from Chelsea Green, who tells Adam to complain. She's complaining about her travel arrangements, and he's like, well, I'll see what I can do, blah, blah, blah. And then his phone starts acting up, and like, I can't hear you! I can't hear you! So he kind of hangs up, which he should have done in the first place. Then we pan over to see Alpha Academy, Otis and Chad Gable. Oh, thank you! They're training to be, for their modeling career, because they're still going on with that stupid Maximum Male Models crap. And then Bronson Reed comes in, starts glaring at him, and then he tells Gable to get ready to model a full body cast. You know, he said cast like he said cock! But it was just his Australian accent. I don't know. Alright, so we got that match coming up. And we move on from there. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After that, we got Ding Dong, hello, with Bailey, give me a hug. And her special guest, Io Shirai, my third wife, Io, looking hot as always, and Dakota Kai, the women's tag team champions, as her guest. She praises them. Dakota's like, oh, we love you too, Bailey. They dominated the tag team division for 100 days, and it's gonna keep going forever and ever. 100 days at a time. And then, the man! Becky Lynch comes out, saying those titles haven't been defended in forever. Kind of true. But I have an idea, and I have a partner to take those titles away from you. So, who should it be? And Trish Stratus was rumored to be, was supposed to be, he was backstage at Raw, and then Hunter said, goodbye, go home. Hunter, come on. Anyway, Lita, the Hall of Famer Lita comes out. She leaves to leave Damage Control more than a little worried. So they get in the ring, and Bailey's like, you better use the door. So she brings up Lita and Becky's issues last week. Becky's already apologized for that. Lita wants another title reign. and likes the thought of walking into WrestleMania as the women's tag team champions. So they kind of tease, saying, "Hey, give us a match," and didn't want to do it, and then eventually Bayley gets peer pressured and said, "Yeah, you got the match next week." It's not. So Becky and Lita take the belts, throw them away, blah blah blah. So we get a match next week: Becky and Lita against Io and Dakota Kai, or Bayley, because I think Dakota's still injured. I hope we don't get a triple threat at Mania with, Shayna and Ronda Rousey coming into the mix. Ugh. I already know they're going to lose the belts, but she could just be the Shayna and Ronda anyway, not Becky and Lita thrown in at WrestleMania. Come on now. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the back with Candice LeRae talking about her husband Johnny Gargano's injury status. I think he's not coming back for a little bit after the damage he did and suffered in the Elimination Chamber. So then she sees Nikki Cross. She goes up to her. She wants to find out what the fuck is going on with her lately. And then Nikki whispers something in her ear. And I think it was Kathy Kelly's like, what did she say? And apparently she said all her friends are gone and she's alone. Aww. So, looks like we're going to get Sanity coming back. Eric Young is a free agent. Supposedly he's coming back to WWE. I don't know about Killian Dane, and that, her husband is Killian Dane. Alexander Wolf, I have no idea. So, maybe one or two parts of Sanity are going to come back. Maybe some of her friends come back. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. So, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. All right, then we get Chad Gable and Bronson Reed in a 3-minute suckfest. Did I say 3 minutes? Maxine Dupri comes out looking hot, as always. Sophia Cromwell. Otis gets distracted by her, which allowed Bronson to run Gable over in the ring. Then he goes up top, hits the Tsunami! 1, 2, 3, good night, Chad Gable. Why is they making him a jobber? And why are they breaking up the Alpha Academy? Stupid. They just don't like tag teams in WWE. Horrible. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, we move on. All right, then we see Elias praise Rick Boogs. Then he makes something of an open challenge in the ring, and then Bobby Lashley comes out, beats the fuck out of him, and then Lashley gets on the mic and says, "Nobody can survive me," whether it be Brock Lesnar or Bray Wyatt, and then in between we saw a little bit of a Bray Wyatt tease with the glitch in the middle. So we get that. So then we get that. So I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After that, we get the rundown of the card for next week with the women's tag team belts. Blah, blah, blah. And we won. All right, then we get a pre-match promo from Edge. He's glad he's done with the Judgment Day. Wants to see what Austin Theory has in store for him. He says Theory is someone who can shake the next 20 years in the company. Possibly. Well, does he have what it takes? He wants to hold the United States title, which he hasn't held for a very long time. I think 2001, they said. One more time, walk to WrestleMania as the U.S. champ. And he says, never say never. And that's pretty much it. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the main event. Edge and Austin Theory. Edge in his home country of Canada. Looked like he was wearing, he stole Lance Storm's tights. The Canadian World Champion. From Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So, it was a pretty good match. They slug it out a little bit. Edge hits the Edge-O-Matic for a near fall, and he sit-out powerbomb, also for a near fall. He grabs the crossface, a la Mr. Lance Storm, and that other guy named Benoit. Since Theory's scrambling for the ropes, he gets the ropes to break the hold. He loads over the spear, but then Fiend Balor. You knew he was coming out to set up WrestleMania, probably in a Hell in a Cell match. He kicks him right in the head, and then Austin Theory picks him up, hits 8-count down, 1, 2, 3. He retains the title in 18 minutes. And a pretty good match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Fiend Balor hits not 1, not 2, but 3 coup de grace on Edge to crush him, and that ends the show. Simple as that. So we'll see what happens this Monday night on Raw. I think they're going to be setting up for WrestleMania, Finn Balor and Edge in the final chapter, I guess, and has to end in Hell in a Cell, hopefully. We're going to see Demon Balor versus Brood Demon Edge. And Edge is finally going to be done with the Judgment Day. And they're setting up Rey and Dom as well. So we get all that. So that ends Raw. Raw was kind of mid, so I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Alright, move on. And now we go to, if I can get my notes up, it would be very nice. There you go. I knew you could do it. Alright, we're going to get to Smackdown from last night. It's a little bit better show, because that's usually Smackdown is the better show. So, we emanate from the Ford Center in Evansville, Indiana, with our commentary team of Mitchell Cole and Bad News Weed Barrett. And I'm afraid I've got some bad news for monkeys like you. Okay. Bitches. That's what they are. Bad news for those bitches. We move on from that. Alright. So SmackDown, like I said, pretty good. Starts off with a recap of Roman retaining the title over Sammy. So we saw that on Raw. We have to get it on SmackDown. But SmackDown is Roman's show. So we started with Kevin Owens coming up. We saw Kevin Owens come out for the save, sorry. And then we saw what happened on Raw. Then Kevin's like, you should ask Jey Uso for help, not me. So they're really not on the same page yet. Get that. Alright, so then we see Caleb Braxton in the back. Talking, welcoming us to SmackDown. And then Jimmy Uso comes in. Caleb asks, hey, did you talk to your brother Jay yet? Jimmy's like, I called, I texted, leave a voicemail. Nothing, I can't get in touch with him. Left them multiple voicemails saying we can meet in the ring so we can talk this out. And whatever you got to say, get off your chest and I'll listen, blah, blah, blah. So we got that in the end segment. But got some in-between to talk about. So we'll see what happens with that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, our first official match was a 6-man tag team match with Mad Crap Moss, Ricochet, and Braun Strowman taking on Imperium of Marcel Barthel, Fabian Aichner, and the Intercontinental Champion Walter. It was a pretty match. Nothing really great. Drew McIntyre came out to look on as Giovanni Vinci or Fabian Aichner gets to blast Ricochet in the face with a clothesline. He ducks another one and get the hot tag to the big man, Braun Strowman, who cleans house. Walter chops and kicks Strowman down a little bit. And then Madcap Moss comes in, tries his luck, doesn't really go anywhere. We get Marcel Barthel distracting, which cuts Madcap's momentum off. And then Gunther clotheslines him down and picks him up. Boom! Powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Imperium get the win in just under 11 minutes. Match was alright. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Drew McIntyre stares Walter down. Walter holds up the belt. Possible WrestleMania match. So Drew takes off his jacket, and then War Machine, Eric and Ivar come out, jump from behind, and then Sheamus Fella! He comes in for the save as Braun Strowman and Ricochet help out. And then they all pose. And then where did Imperium go? Okay. So possibly we'll get Sheamus versus Drew versus Walter for the Intercontinental title at Mania with some type of variation of that. And we'll see what happens with that. And move on. Alright, then we go to back with Caleb Braxton. looking hot as always, and her guest, Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka. He's all ready to face Killer Cross later on, but then Santos Escobar of Legado de Fantasma, he comes in. So they talk. He talks to Rey about respect and wants to display it to Rey. So Rey says that's mutual. Blah blah blah. They talk in Spanish a little bit. I guess they're gonna. It's like, hey, what do you want to order from Taco Bell? And I'm like, why is Santos a face? Is Santos turning face? Is he gonna team with Rey, or is he gonna betray him? I don't know. I have to see. And then Dominic and Rhea come in. Santos doesn't really like Dominic's tone. He's like, you must respect your father. And I'm like, Santos, that's not his father. That's Eddie Guerrero, let's say. You pendejo. Moron. Anyway. So, I thought there was going to be a match with Santos and Dom, which would have been pretty nice. But we got Rey and Killer Cross later on. That's that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, after that, we get Jimmy Uso in the locker room with Solo Sikoa and the wise man, Paul Heyman. Jimmy thinks Jay is shaken up after what happened at the Elimination Chamber. Paul Heyman suggests that Jimmy deal with Jay personally in the ring by himself, as Solo's going to stay in the back. And Jimmy's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Why is Solo there? I know he's supposed to be the enforcer, but he's like done nothing most of the time. It is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, we go back to the ring with a promo from my good friend, and hopefully yours, Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah! So Eli says it's that time of year again. Well, it's WrestleMania season. Everyone's talking about wanting their WrestleMania moment. But there's a twist. Eli is going to give WrestleMania LA Knight moment. And you can't have WrestleMania in LA without LA Knight. Okay, that's true. And then the New Day will come out of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They come out to Boris. Kofi says that's not how WrestleMania works. He mentions Eli being around for about 2.5 months. So he's not going to get everything handed to him. Eli calls them nerds. Which says, well, we made a lot of money becoming nerds. Yeah, up, up, down, down. Anyway, Kofi says, I've been working for 11 years to earn my WrestleMania moment, which only lasted 6 months and then ended in 8 seconds. Anyway, so he says, get me a referee, we're going to have a match. I'm like, alright. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the impromptu match of Kofi Kingston and Eli Drake joining Progress from break. Pretty decent match. Xavier Woods at ringside, of course. We get a sunset flip for a near fall on Eli. Then the drop for another near fall. And then Eli hits a sort of rock bottom for a near fall. But then he goes after Xavier Woods. Dummy. Kofi hits a big flippy-dippity-doo to the floor. Gets caught on top. Xavier Woods then blows his trombone. Causes a distraction, which leads to Kofi hitting Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. Kofi is your winner in just under 13 minutes. And that's pretty much it for that. Didn't like it, but it is what it is. And that's that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. All right, I have to take a break for a minute because I have to use the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Anyway, but except for you ladies out there, I know you missed me. I love you. I love all you ladies and your mothers. But I digress. All right, so we move on. So after I took my dump, too much information. So after I left off with Kofi versus Eli Drake, Kofi gets the win in under 13 minutes with Trouble in Paradise, and the match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right. After that, we get a promo from the Smackdown Women's Champion, the Queen, Horseface Charlotte Flair. She says, I don't like Rhea Ripley, and it brings up the last time they were in the ring together, which I think was WrestleMania 36, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, and then Dominic Mysterio comes out, with Dominic Galero comes out to interrupt. Said that Charlotte is in over her head. No woman has ever entered the Royal Rumble at number 1 and won. Rhea Ripley was the first woman to do that. Rhea is a strong woman. It's like, when she hugs me, she breaks my back. I'm like, really, Dom? I bet, yeah, because, mommy like it rough. Anyway, and when she makes sweet, and then Charlotte's like, whoa, hold on there. We don't want to hear about that. And then she says, I have a real Latino man at home who calls me mommy all the time, with a much thicker accent. Nice little ode to Andrade. Free Andrade! Let him come back, please! He ain't going anywhere in AEW. I don't know what. He's just at home training with something. But bring back Andrade. Bring him back, man. Let Charlotte be his, have them together. Come out together, do promos together. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So, dick references. Vince is probably in the back writing that shit. Oh, we're gonna have a dick joke. Anyway, Dom says that he knows what it's like being compared to their fathers and being better than them. Fans don't like that. Dominic says Charlotte will find out she isn't good enough at WrestleMania. Charlotte says, I love my dad. And then mentions that his birthday is actually, was after midnight now, but you still say his birthday was earlier today. He turned 74 years old, the Nature Boy! Woo! Ric Flair. And could beat up Dom if he was here. I'm like, oh no. And he says, he can still go at 74. I'm like, no! I don't want to see another match. No, after that debacle last year. No. It's over, Rick. It's over. Oh no, nobody retires. Yeah, but if you have crappy matches at your last match, then you could probably say that, but it is what it is. At least it wasn't. His match with Andrade against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett wasn't that bad. I mean, he looked like crap, but at least it wasn't bad. It wasn't worse than Hogan versus Flair in TNA. Or, horrible match that was. Blah, 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 blah. So, it's like, I'm here, and then she gets in Dom's face, and then Rhea Ripley comes out to have a stare down. Okay, that's nice. Dominic gets Rhea out of the ring before, they start fighting and everything. They're building up that drama, which is nice. I like the start of the build-up, which is good. And then she gets out of the ring and then gets back in the ring that has another stare-down with Charlotte. With no physicality there. But we'll see what happens with all that. So, like the build-up, and we'll see what happens this Friday night on Smackdown. And I hope Rhea Ripley wins the Smackdown Women's title. I hope she does, but we'll see. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on. Alright. More women's action as we go to our next match. Natalya with Tegan Nox. Of all people, Tegan Nox. Offering her services to help her with Ronda Rousey. So she takes on Shayna Baszler in a under 3-minute match that sucked. Did I say under 3 minutes? But anyway. Corny match. Natalya hits the discus lariat for a near fall, but Ronda Rousey causes a distraction, which lets Shayna Baszler hit the knee to face, which broke her nose a couple of weeks ago. Then she locks in the armbar, and Natalya does what she does best, and that's tap. So Shayna Baszler is your winner. It's your wiener. Oh boy, did I botch on that one. Oh, I'm due for one botching a video. Anyway, Shayna Baszler is your winner. And the match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. After the match, they tease a beatdown, and Tegan Nox makes the save. And Ronda Rousey promises that next week there will be pain. And then she says she called Tegan Nox Skittles and says, "You're gonna taste the rainbow next week." Bite-sized candies. Bite-sized candies. Skittles. Bite-sized candies. Got the Ultimate Warrior going around here. What the fuck? Alright, so we got that boring as fuck match next week. I could care less. Alright, my battery's about to drain, so I gotta charge it, so I gotta finish this up. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so I'm gonna end this pretty soon. Alright, that's that. Alright, then we see Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch with the Joker Batman trailer. Hopefully Monday we get a new one. We got 4 weeks left. I think we're supposed to get the Bloodline with Goodfellas. I think the Street Profits are doing one. I think the Miz and Maurice are doing one. So that's 3. And I think there's another one coming. I think Bianca and Montez Ford is doing a Titanic one. Stupidity. But I want to see the Bloodline Goodfellas trailer. I gotta see. That's gonna be epic. But we'll see what happens with that. We move on. Alright, then it's time for the Firefly Funhouse with our good friend Bray Wyatt. So everything goes red. This whole episode felt like we're on LSD, we're on drugs. It was trippy, man. Somebody get me some weed. I'm gonna listen to Santana from 1969 at Woodstock. Yeah! Party! I'm gonna call myself the Hippie Ripper. Anyway, then we cut to Bray in what looks like a home studio, watching himself challenge the winner of Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Bobby didn't seem scared after winning at the Elimination Chamber, so we go to a new segment called Funhouse News with Bray Wyatt as himself and the Ramblin' Rabbit. Bray said it's time for the weather. And then we see Uncle Howdy saying, "I am all of you." Creepy. Then we get another segment called "Can You Keep a Secret?" And Bray's in a really disgusting wig. And he's like, "Well, can you keep a secret?" Then we look at the door of the funhouse, and it looks like an episode of Muppet Babies when they open the door and we see like remnants of Star Wars and stuff like that. Remember that episode? You remember that? Some of you do. Muppet Babies. Okay. Back in the 80s. You gotta love that show. And if you didn't, you suck. Anyway. So we see scary images flash. We also saw, I think it was, I don't know who it was. I think it was Alexa Bliss playing with, with a Bray doll and an Undertaker doll and like going wrestling and stuff like that. Weird. So, we got that part. So we see the scary images flash through the door, and it gets capped off by Bray in another new mask. Looks like a bondage mask. And then Bray asks if we can keep a secret, and then that's pretty much it. What is the secret? It's like that. Wasn't there a game show called Keep a Secret or something like that? I forget what it was. But anyway. So, that was weird. And I guess we're going to have to find out next week what's going on with this storyline with Bray Wyatt and possibly Bobby Lashley and Uncle Howdy. Maybe Alexa Bliss gets involved. I don't know. It just gets weirder every freaking week. I mean, we're on a freaking LSD trip with Bray Wyatt in these segments sometimes. I guess that's gonna be his gimmick. I'm on LSD. Whoa! But then he gets he gets a little bit serious, and then he just gets wacky and weird. Right, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we see Jimmy Uso. He's worried about confronting Jay in the ring. But the wise man, Paul Heyman, says that Roman will be in the building next week. Oh, boy. And he says, Jimmy, you better handle Jay in the ring, because if not, Roman's going to do it next week personally. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, it just got interesting. Well, as JR would say, business about to pick up. My God! My God! Barbecue sauce! My God! It's a slobber knocker! My God! Stone Cold! So we got that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Rey Mysterio taking on Killer Cross, the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux at ringside. Nothing to write home about. Another Killer Cross. Well, actually, Killer Cross finally fucking won a match. After the 619 is all loaded up, Rey has to deal with Scarlett trying to get involved. Dominic Mysterio comes out, well, pops in, breaks up the 619, and he's like telling his dad, "Hit me, Dad! Hit me! Come on, you pendejo! Hit me, you pedo!" Blah, blah, blah. That led to Cross hitting the cross hammer, then locks in the cross jacket, and Rey tapped out immediately in over 8.5 minutes. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. We get that. After the match, Dom gets in the ring with his dad, as Killer Cross and Scarlett leave. Dom gets in his dad's face, tells him, "Come on, hit me! Come on, you're a pussy!" Blah, blah, blah. And then Rey kind of like, he's tempted to do it, and you know that pop, when it happens, is going to be massive. But Rey walks away like a little bitch. Like a little perro. Little pendejo. Chicken. Boyo. But it is what it is. I know they're building it until, I bet you nothing, the week before WrestleMania, or the week of, probably the day before WrestleMania, that's what's gonna happen. That Rey is gonna smack Dom right in the face, and then Michael Cole's like, "Yeah, you did it, Rey!" Fuck you, Michael Cole. Why don't you do it yourself, you bitch? See where you're gonna get up. You're gonna get got. But I digress. Alright, so we had that. Alright, then we go to the main events, well, the end segment of the night. Jimmy Uso comes out. Talking about his brother Jay. He knows that Jay is hurting. And when Jay hurts, he hurts, because they're twins. He'll always be there for him, and now he needs him more than ever. He says there's some cracks in the bloodline, and I need my brother. So basically, I was like, are you doing a Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes part? You know, you kind of emulating that. I need my little brother against the Fight the Elite. Anyway, Sami Zayn comes through the crowd, stands right behind Jimmy. The crowd's going nuts, obviously. Sami keeps hearing Jimmy talk about his brother. That's what Jimmy used to do to him. He was the one who saw value in him. He was the one who made Sami an honorary Uso. Then at the Royal Rumble, the whole thing broke down. Jimmy took Sami down in a split second with a super kick, and it hurt him a lot. So Jimmy blames Sami for making the choice and pulling the trigger when he hit Roman with the chair. What am I supposed to do? Just supposed to stand there and take it? Pretty much. Sami says family doesn't make you test your loyalty every week or manipulate you like Roman has done to him and Jay. So going back to the beginning. Blah, blah, blah. It says, oh, without me, there wouldn't be, no Usi. We're not feeling Usi, stuff like that, all that Usi stuff. Blah, blah, blah. And then we see Jay in the crowd. The fans pop. Sami says, there's a way out for you, Jimmy. You don't have to go down with the ship. I'm saying the same thing to Jay, like about a week or two ago. And then out of nowhere, Jimmy hits Sami. Then he looks up at Jay, says, are you going to come and help me, or are you going to stand there? He stands there. And then Jimmy gets distracted. Sammy hits a hell of a kick, knocking him down. Jay makes his way to the barricade. Still doesn't do anything. Sammy then bails while looking at Jay as Solo Sikoa comes out a little bit too late. Sammy looks at Jay, runs into the crowd, and he goes all the way back in the crowd. Jimmy really didn't say nothing. He just stared at Jimmy, and then kind of looked back at the crowd a couple times, like, "Will you stop touching me?" So more questions. Hopefully we answer next week as Roman's coming in to find out what the fuck is going on around here. I think Roman will get answers next week. I don't know if he's going to get good answers, but we'll see what happens with that. And we will move on with that. So that ends SmackDown, and I gave the ending segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. And overall, SmackDown was pretty decent, and I give it 6.5 out of 10 stars. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, Raw did 6 out of 10, and SmackDown did 6.5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments if you want. Keep hitting that fucking subscribe button. Hit the bell. Smash the like button if you want. And follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, you can go suck a dick and go blow yourselves up or do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go fuck each other with a spiked colonic. Because you like to do circle jerks. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Hit the bells. Share the video if you want. All over the internet. And all that other good shit. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Thanks for watching. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to probably have a late night snack. And then I'm going to bed. Because I'm tired. And I got things to do tomorrow. Because it's Sunday. And got the Mets tomorrow on not on TV, it's on SNY. So I'm gonna watch that. And then I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday doing nothing. Probably doing some chores. I gotta do some chores in the house. And then might go out later, but we'll see. And that's it. Then get ready for the final 2 days of February. And all that. And then we're getting to the beginning of March. And then we start counting down the weeks till Easter. Well, really St. Patrick's Day and then Easter. And actually, 2 weeks from tomorrow is Daylight Savings Time. So we add an hour on March the 12th. So, get all that. So the sun will be going down about 6, almost 7 o'clock. Pretty nice. That means summer's coming. So, get all that. So March should be a pretty interesting month, and then that's it. Then we get to April, and then the rest of the year. And that's pretty much it. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off for this late Saturday night, and I hope you have a great Sunday, everybody. And if not, well, that's too bad for you. That's that. So I'm out of here. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your coat. And if you're not down with that, you know what's coming. The greatest 3 words in the history of YouTube and the history of mankind. If you're not down with that, you sanctimonious motherfuckers that need you know what you need. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know what you need. Karma. But I digress. If you're not down with that, motherfuckers, I'm going to say until the end of time. You're not down with that, you motherfuckers. I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's all I'm gonna say. Adios, bitches, and suck a dick.